Jamal Thompson had always been a diligent worker. At 29, he had built a reputation as a reliable, innovative, and dedicated employee at Silvertech Solutions, a prestigious tech company known for its cutting-edge software and high-profile clientele. Jamal had been with the company for 5 years, starting as an intern and gradually working his way up to a mid-level project manager. His colleagues often praised his ability to solve complex problems and his knack for bringing teams together. Silvertech Solutions was a bustling corporate environment, housed in a sleek, modern building in downtown Seattle. The company prided itself on being progressive and forward-thinking, but underneath the glossy surface, there were underlying issues that plagued its work culture. Despite the company's public commitment to diversity and inclusion, Jamal often felt the sting of subtle and overt racism. In meetings, his ideas were sometimes dismissed, only to be accepted when echoed by his white colleagues. He noticed the lack of diversity in higher management and the occasional offhand comments that made him feel like an outsider. Despite these challenges, Jamal remained focused on his goals. He believed that his hard work and dedication would eventually be recognized, allowing him to rise through the ranks. Jamal had aspirations of becoming a senior manager, where he could have a more significant impact on company policies and foster a genuinely inclusive environment. He often stayed late, putting in extra hours to ensure his projects were flawless. His desk was always neat, a testament to his organized mind, and his demeanor was calm and collected, even in the face of tight deadlines. Despite the microaggressions and the sometimes chilly reception from certain colleagues, Jamal had built a small circle of trusted friends within the company. They were his support system, offering words of encouragement and understanding when he needed it most. Among them was Sarah, a brilliant software developer who admired Jamal's tenacity, and Mark, a marketing executive who appreciated Jamal's innovative ideas. However, there was one person who consistently made Jamal's work life difficult: Carl Richardson, his direct manager. Carl was in his early 40s, with a stern face and a commanding presence. He often undermined Jamal's efforts, questioned his decisions publicly, and made comments that bordered on discriminatory. Jamal had learned to navigate Carl's abrasive personality, but it took a toll on his morale. One crisp Monday morning, the office buzzed with the usual energy. Employees chatted over coffee, the hum of computers filled the air, and the aroma of freshly brewed coffee wafted through the open-plan office. Jamal sat at his desk, reviewing his notes for the upcoming company-wide meeting. He was scheduled to present the progress of his latest project, a software update that had the potential to revolutionize the user experience for one of their major clients. Jamal felt a mix of excitement and nerves. This presentation was crucial. It was an opportunity to showcase his skills and the hard work of his team. He adjusted his tie, took a deep breath, and walked to the conference room, ready to make his mark. The conference room was filled with Silvertech Solutions' top executives, managers, and team leaders. The large glass windows allowed natural light to flood the room, creating a bright and open atmosphere. As Jamal entered, he could feel the weight of the gazes directed at him. He took a deep breath, steadying himself as he approached the front of the room where the projector screen displayed the title of his presentation. Carl Richardson, Jamal's manager, was already seated at the head of the table, a stern expression on his face. Carl had never been one to hide his disdain for Jamal's success, often making snide remarks and undermining his achievements. Jamal had hoped that today would be different, that his hard work and dedication would finally be acknowledged without bias. "Good morning, everyone," Jamal began, projecting confidence despite the butterflies in his stomach. "Today, I'm excited to present the progress we've made on the new software update for our major client, TechMax. This update will significantly enhance user experience and improve functionality. As Jamal clicked through his slides, he outlined the technical advancements, the innovative solutions his team had developed, and the positive feedback from initial testing phases. The room was silent, all eyes focused on the screen as he spoke with clarity and precision. Just as he was about to move to the next point, Carl interrupted him. "Hold on, Jamal," Carl said, his tone dripping with condescension. "Can you explain why the timeline for this project is behind schedule? It seems to me that there are some serious delays." Jamal felt a wave of heat rise to his face. He had anticipated this question and was prepared with an explanation. "Yes, Carl. The initial delay was due to unforeseen technical challenges, but we have since resolved those issues. The team has been working overtime to ensure we meet our revised deadlines without compromising quality." Carl leaned back in his chair, a smug look on his face. "Unforeseen challenges? Or was it poor management on your part, Jamal? This is exactly why I had reservations about putting you in charge of such a critical project." The words hit Jamal like a punch to the gut. He could feel the eyes of his colleagues and superiors on him, some sympathetic, others curious. He took a deep breath, maintaining his composure. "I assure you, Carl, that the team and I have handled the challenges effectively, and we are on track to deliver a high-quality product." Carl smirked. "We'll see about that. But if there's another delay, I'll be looking into this more closely. Perhaps someone else would be better suited to lead this project." The humiliation was palpable. Jamal could feel his confidence wavering, but he pushed through, completing his presentation with professionalism. When he finished, there was a moment of silence before the room erupted in polite applause. Jamal nodded, thanking everyone for their attention, but he couldn't shake the sting of Carl's public reprimand. As the meeting concluded, Jamal gathered his materials, avoiding eye contact with his colleagues. Sarah approached him, her expression one of concern. "Jamal, you did great. Don't let Carl get to you. Everyone knows how hard you've worked on this project." Jamal forced a smile. "Thanks, Sarah. I appreciate it. It's just frustrating, you know? I put my heart and soul into this, and it feels like it's never enough." Mark joined them, giving Jamal a supportive pat on the back. "You've got this, man. We believe in you. Carl's just threatened by your talent." Jamal nodded, grateful for his friend's support, but the doubt had already set in. As he returned to his desk, he couldn't help but replay the incident in his mind. He knew he had to find a way to prove himself, not just to Carl, but to everyone. He needed to turn this moment of humiliation into an opportunity for redemption. Jamal sat at his desk, staring at his computer screen, but his mind was miles away. Carl's words echoed in his head, fueling his frustration and determination. He had worked tirelessly to bring the project to fruition, and he wasn't about to let Carl's bias undermine his efforts. Jamal knew he had to act, but he also knew he needed to be strategic. Confronting Carl directly would likely backfire, given Carl's influential position within the company. Instead, Jamal decided to take a different approach, one that would demonstrate his worth unequivocally. Over the next few days, Jamal threw himself into his work with renewed vigor. He meticulously reviewed every aspect of the project, ensuring that every detail was flawless. He stayed late, working into the night, and arrived early in the morning, determined to outshine any doubts cast upon him. One evening, as Jamal was going through some final adjustments, he had an idea. He realized that the project's success hinged not only on meeting deadlines but on exceeding expectations. With this in mind, he decided to implement additional features that would enhance the user experience even further. He reached out to his team, who had been equally disheartened by Carl's comments. "I know we're under a lot of pressure," Jamal said during a late-night meeting, "but I believe in what we're doing. Let's go above and beyond. Let's add these new features and show them what we're capable of." His team responded with enthusiasm, their spirits lifted by Jamal's determination. They worked together, brainstorming and coding, testing and retesting, driven by a shared goal. The atmosphere in the office shifted from one of tension to one of camaraderie and purpose. As the revised project neared completion, Jamal decided to take a bold step. Instead of waiting for the next scheduled review meeting, he prepared a special presentation for the board of directors. He knew this was a risk. Bypassing the usual chain of command could be seen as insubordination, but he believed it was the best way to showcase the full potential of their work. On the day of the presentation, Jamal felt a mix of nerves and excitement. He stood outside the boardroom, taking deep breaths to steady himself. He knew that everything hinged on this moment. With one final breath, he pushed open the door and entered the room. The board members, including Carl, looked up in surprise. "Jamal, what is this?" Carl asked, his tone sharp. "You're not scheduled to present today." Jamal met Carl's gaze with steady resolve. "I know, Carl, but I believe that what we've achieved is important enough to warrant an unscheduled presentation. I ask for just a few minutes of your time." The board members exchanged curious glances before the chairman nodded. "Very well, Jamal. You have our attention." Jamal launched into his presentation, showcasing not only the project's progress but the new features they had developed. He demonstrated how these enhancements would provide significant value to their clients, positioning Silvertech Solutions as an industry leader. He spoke with passion and conviction, his confidence growing with each slide. When he finished, the room was silent for a moment before erupting in applause. The board members were visibly impressed, and even Carl couldn't hide his surprise. The chairman stood, extending his hand to Jamal. "That was exceptional, Jamal. You've exceeded our expectations in every way." Jamal shook the chairman's hand, relief and pride flooding through him. As he glanced at Carl, he saw a mixture of grudging respect and confusion. Carl had underestimated him, and now the entire company knew what Jamal was capable of. In the days following Jamal's presentation, the atmosphere at Silvertech Solutions began to shift. Word of his exceptional presentation spread quickly through the office, and colleagues who had once been indifferent or distant now approached him with admiration and respect. Jamal's phone buzzed constantly with congratulatory messages and emails from different departments, expressing their support and excitement for the project. Even Carl's demeanor began to change. Although he still maintained his authoritative air, there was a noticeable difference in his interactions with Jamal. During meetings, Carl no longer dismissed Jamal's contributions. Instead, he listened attentively, often nodding in agreement. It was clear that Jamal had earned a new level of respect, not just from Carl, but from the entire leadership team. Jamal continued to work tirelessly, ensuring that the project met its final deadlines and was delivered with the highest quality. He held regular meetings with his team, fostering an environment of collaboration and innovation. His leadership style, characterized by empathy and inclusivity, inspired those around him to strive for excellence. One afternoon, as Jamal was preparing to leave the office, he received a call from the chairman's office. "Jamal, Could you come to my office? I'd like to discuss something with you, the chairman said. Jamal's heart skipped a beat. He made his way to the chairman's office, his mind racing with possibilities. When he arrived, the chairman greeted him warmly and gestured for him to sit down. Jamal, the chairman began, I wanted to personally commend you for your outstanding work on the project. Your presentation was not only impressive, but also demonstrated your ability to lead and innovate. Thank you, sir, Jamal replied, feeling a swell of pride. I'm grateful for the opportunity and the support of my team. The chairman nodded. I've been following your progress closely, and I believe you have the potential to take on a more significant role within the company. We are in the process of restructuring our leadership team, and I would like to offer you a promotion to Senior Project Manager. Jamal's eyes widened in surprise. Senior Project Manager? I don't know what to say. This is an incredible honor. You've earned it, Jamal, the chairman said with a smile. Your dedication, creativity, and leadership have set you apart. I have no doubt that you will excel in this new role and continue to drive Silvertech Solutions to new heights. As Jamal left the chairman's office, he felt a surge of emotions. Just a few weeks ago, he had faced discrimination and humiliation, but now he stood on the brink of a promising future. He knew that this promotion was not just a personal victory, but also a testament to the importance of resilience and determination in the face of adversity. That evening, Jamal gathered his team to share the news. I couldn't have achieved this without all of you, he said, his voice filled with gratitude. This promotion is a reflection of our collective efforts and the incredible work we've done together. I'm excited for what the future holds, and I look forward to continuing this journey with each of you. The team erupted in applause, their faces beaming with pride and joy. It was a moment of triumph, not just for Jamal, but for everyone who had believed in him and supported him along the way. As the evening wore on, Jamal found a quiet moment to reflect on his journey. He thought about the challenges he had faced, the moments of doubt and frustration, and the people who had stood by his side. He realized that his story was not just about overcoming discrimination, but also about the power of perseverance, community, and unwavering self-belief. With his new position as Senior Project Manager, Jamal felt a sense of accomplishment and validation. However, he knew that his journey was far from over. There were still unresolved issues with Carl, whose initial prejudice had caused Jamal so much pain. Jamal decided it was time to address these issues head-on, not just for himself, but for the sake of a healthier work environment at Silvertech Solutions. One afternoon, Jamal requested a private meeting with Carl. Carl seemed taken aback by the request, but agreed. They met in one of the smaller, more secluded conference rooms. The atmosphere was tense as they sat down across from each other. "Thank you for meeting with me, Carl," Jamal began, maintaining a calm and composed demeanor. Carl nodded, his expression guarded. "Of course, Jamal. What's on your mind?" Jamal took a deep breath. "I wanted to talk about what happened when I was first demoted. It's important to me that we clear the air and address any underlying issues." Carl shifted uncomfortably in his seat. "I see. Go on." "From the beginning, I felt that my demotion was unjust and driven by personal bias rather than my performance," Jamal said, choosing his words carefully. "I understand that we may have different perspectives, but I believe it's crucial for us to discuss this openly." Carl's face flushed slightly, and he looked down at the table. I realize that I made some mistakes," he admitted, his voice barely above a whisper. "I let my personal biases cloud my judgment, and I acted out of line. "I'm sorry, Jamal." The sincerity in Carl's voice surprised Jamal. He had expected resistance or denial, but not an apology. "Thank you for saying that, Carl," Jamal replied. "I appreciate your honesty. It means a lot to hear you acknowledge what happened." Carl nodded, still looking down. "I've been reflecting a lot since then. Seeing the impact of your work and the respect you've earned from the team has made me realize how wrong I was. I'm committed to doing better and fostering a more inclusive environment here." Jamal felt a weight lift from his shoulders. "That's all I wanted to hear, Carl. We all make mistakes, but what matters is how we move forward. I believe we can work together to create a more positive and supportive workplace for everyone." The conversation continued, with Jamal and Carl discussing ways to improve the company culture and ensure that discrimination and bias were addressed head-on. They talked about implementing diversity training programs, creating safe spaces for employees to voice their concerns, and setting up mentorship programs to support underrepresented groups within the company. By the end of the meeting, both men felt a sense of closure and renewed purpose. They had confronted the past and laid the groundwork for a better future. As Jamal left the conference room, he felt a sense of peace he hadn't experienced in a long time. He knew that this was just the beginning of the work that needed to be done, but he was optimistic. He had turned a painful experience into an opportunity for growth and change, not just for himself, but for the entire company. The changes at Silvertech Solutions began almost immediately after Jamal and Carl's conversation. True to their word, they worked together to foster a more inclusive and supportive work environment. They introduced new policies, workshops, and initiatives aimed at promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion within the company. One of the first steps was to establish a diversity and inclusion committee. Jamal was appointed as the chairperson, and the committee included representatives from various departments and backgrounds. Their mission was to identify areas where the company could improve and to implement strategies to ensure that everyone felt valued and respected. The committee organized regular workshops and training sessions on topics such as unconscious bias, cultural competency, and inclusive leadership. These sessions were mandatory for all employees, including senior management, and were designed to educate and raise awareness about the importance of diversity and inclusion in the workplace. Jamal also introduced a mentorship program aimed at supporting underrepresented employees. The program paired junior employees with senior mentors who could provide guidance, support, and career advice. This initiative was particularly well received, as it helped to build strong relationships and foster a sense of community within the company. In addition to these programs, Jamal and Carl worked together to revise the company's hiring and promotion practices. They implemented new policies to ensure that all candidates were evaluated fairly and without bias. This included standardized interview questions, diverse hiring panels, and anonymous resume reviews to prevent any potential discrimination. As the months passed, the impact of these changes became evident. Employees reported feeling more valued and supported, and the overall morale and productivity of the company improved. Silvertech Solutions began to attract a more diverse pool of talent, and the new hires brought fresh perspectives and ideas that further fueled the company's growth and innovation. One day, during a company-wide meeting, Jamal stood before his colleagues to share some exciting news. "I'm proud to announce that Silvertech Solutions has been recognized as one of the top companies for diversity and inclusion," he said, his voice filled with pride and emotion. "This achievement belongs to all of us, and it shows what we can accomplish when we work together to create a better, more inclusive environment." The room erupted in applause, and Jamal felt a deep sense of satisfaction. He had turned a moment of personal adversity into an opportunity for positive change, not just for himself, but for the entire company. His journey from humiliation to triumph had inspired others and demonstrated the power of resilience, determination, and the importance of standing up for what is right. After the meeting, Carl approached Jamal with a genuine smile. "You did it, Jamal. We did it," he said, extending his hand. Jamal shook Carl's hand, feeling a sense of camaraderie and respect that had been hard-won. "Yes, we did. But this is just the beginning. There's still so much more we can do." Carl nodded in agreement. "Absolutely. And I'm committed to continuing this work with you." Together, Jamal and Carl led Silvertech Solutions into a new era, one defined by inclusivity, respect, and a shared commitment to excellence. They had transformed the company's culture, proving that with the right leadership and a willingness to confront and overcome challenges, anything was possible. As the changes at Silvertech Solutions continued to take root, the company began to receive attention not only from within the industry, but also from the broader business community. News of their commitment to diversity and inclusion spread, and soon they were being invited to speak at conferences and participate in panels discussing corporate responsibility and the benefits of a diverse workplace. Jamal became a sought-after speaker, sharing his experiences and insights with audiences around the country. His story of resilience and transformation resonated with many, and he quickly became a role model for others facing similar challenges. His speeches were passionate and heartfelt, often bringing audiences to their feet in applause. In one particularly memorable keynote address at a major business conference, Jamal spoke about the importance of empathy and understanding in leadership. "True leadership," he said, "is not about power or control. It's about lifting others up, about creating an environment where everyone has the opportunity to succeed. It's about recognizing that our differences are our strengths, and that together we can achieve more than we ever could alone." The impact of his words was palpable. Attendees approached him afterward, sharing their own stories and expressing their gratitude for his honesty and inspiration. Many left the conference with a renewed sense of purpose and a commitment to fostering inclusivity within their own organizations. Back at Silvertech Solutions, the positive effects of the changes continued to be felt. Employee satisfaction and engagement were at an all-time high, and the company's reputation as a great place to work attracted top talent from across the industry. The company's financial performance also improved, as the diverse perspectives and innovative ideas led to new products and solutions that set them apart from their competitors. One day, during a company-wide celebration, Carl took the stage to make a special announcement. "Today, we are here to celebrate not only our financial success, but also the incredible cultural transformation we have achieved together," he began. "And there is one person who has been instrumental in leading this change, someone whose courage and dedication have inspired us all." Turning to Jamal, Carl continued, "Jamal, on behalf of the entire company, I am honored to present you with this award for outstanding leadership and commitment to diversity and inclusion. Your efforts have made Silvertech Solutions a better place for all of us, and we are incredibly grateful for everything you've done." The room erupted in applause as Jamal stepped forward to accept the award. He felt a deep sense of pride and accomplishment, knowing that he had made a real difference. As he looked out at the faces of his colleagues, he saw not just gratitude, but also a shared determination to continue the work they had started. "Thank you," Jamal said, his voice filled with emotion. "This award is not just for me, but for all of us. It's a testament to what we can achieve when we stand together, when we support each other, and when we refuse to accept anything less than respect and equality for everyone. I am proud to be part of this incredible team, and I look forward to everything we will accomplish in the future." The celebration continued late into the evening, with laughter, stories, and a renewed sense of unity among the employees. Jamal and Carl stood together, watching their colleagues enjoy the festivities. "We've come a long way," Carl said, raising his glass in a toast. "And this is just the beginning." Jamal nodded, clinking his glass against Carl's. "To the future," he said with a smile, "and to making it better for everyone." A few months after the company-wide celebration, an incredible opportunity presented itself. Silvertech Solutions was invited to compete for a highly prestigious industry award, the Global Innovation Excellence Award. This award recognized companies that demonstrated exceptional innovation, inclusivity, and leadership within the technology sector. Winning it would not only elevate Silvertech Solutions' reputation further, but also affirm the hard work and transformation the company had undergone. Jamal was excited, but also recognized the immense pressure. The competition was fierce, with top companies from around the world vying for the same honor. However, he believed in Silvertech's journey and knew they had a unique story to tell. He rallied the team, emphasizing the importance of showcasing not just their technological advancements, but also their commitment to diversity and inclusion. The preparation for the award presentation was intense. Jamal worked closely with various departments to compile a comprehensive and compelling submission. He knew that the judges would be looking for concrete examples of innovation, so he highlighted several successful projects that had emerged from the company's new inclusive approach. These projects were a testament to the power of diverse perspectives and collaborative efforts. One such project was a groundbreaking software solution that had been developed by a team comprising members from different backgrounds and expertise. The project had initially been a simple idea during a brainstorming session, but thanks to the open and inclusive environment Jamal had fostered, it had grown into a flagship product that set Silvertech apart from its competitors. As the submission deadline approached, Jamal and his team worked long hours, fine-tuning every detail of their presentation. They created a powerful narrative that wove together the company's journey of transformation, the innovative projects they had developed, and the positive impact these had on their clients and the broader community. On the day of the presentation, Jamal felt a mixture of excitement and nerves. He stood in front of the panel of judges, a group of esteemed industry leaders, and began to tell Silvertech's story. He spoke passionately about the challenges they had faced, the changes they had implemented, and the successes they had achieved. He highlighted the diverse team that had driven their innovation and shared testimonials from employees who had thrived in the new, inclusive culture. As Jamal concluded his presentation, he could see the judges were deeply engaged and moved by Silvertech's story. They asked insightful questions, and Jamal answered them with confidence, showcasing not just the company's technological prowess, but also the strength of their values and culture. After what felt like an eternity, the announcement day arrived. Jamal, Carl, and several key team members attended the award ceremony, held at a grand venue in downtown Manhattan. The atmosphere was electric, with representatives from the top companies in the tech industry gathered to celebrate excellence and innovation. When the moment finally came to announce the winner of the Global Innovation Excellence Award, Jamal felt his heart race. The presenter began to describe the winning company, highlighting their remarkable journey, commitment to diversity, and groundbreaking innovations. Jamal's breath caught as he realized they were describing Silvertech Solutions. And the winner is Silvertech Solutions. The room erupted in applause as Jamal and his team made their way to the stage. Accepting the award, Jamal felt a profound sense of accomplishment and pride. He thanked the judges, his colleagues, and everyone who had supported their journey. He dedicated the award to every employee at Silvertech, emphasizing that their collective effort and commitment had made this achievement possible. As they left the stage, Carl clapped Jamal on the back. "You did it, Jamal. We all did it." Jamal smiled, feeling the weight of the award in his hands. "This is just the beginning, Carl. There's so much more we can achieve together." With the Global Innovation Excellence Award under their belt, Silvertech Solutions entered a new era. The award brought international recognition, and the company saw a surge in interest from potential clients, partners, and talented individuals eager to join the team. This newfound attention also brought new responsibilities and challenges. Jamal, now seen as a visionary leader within the company and the industry, found himself at the helm of many strategic decisions. One of his first moves was to further strengthen the company's commitment to diversity and inclusion. He believed that the award was not just a recognition of their past efforts, but a call to continue pushing boundaries and setting new standards. He established a Diversity and Inclusion Council within Silvertech, comprising employees from various departments and levels of the company. The council was tasked with continually assessing the company's culture, identifying areas for improvement, and implementing new initiatives to ensure that every employee felt valued and heard. One of the council's first initiatives was the launch of a mentorship program. This program paired seasoned employees with newer hires, particularly those from underrepresented backgrounds. The goal was to provide guidance, support, and opportunities for professional growth. Jamal personally mentored several young professionals, finding great fulfillment in helping them navigate their careers and develop their potential. Meanwhile, Carl, recognizing Jamal's growing influence and leadership capabilities, made a significant decision. During a board meeting, he announced his intention to step down as CEO and recommended Jamal as his successor. The board, impressed by Jamal's achievements and vision, unanimously supported the decision. Jamal was both humbled and excited by this new opportunity. He knew that leading Silvertech as CEO would come with its own set of challenges, but he felt ready. He had the support of his team, a clear vision for the future, and a deep commitment to the company's values. The transition of leadership was smooth. Carl and Jamal worked closely to ensure that all aspects of the company's operations were running seamlessly. Carl remained on the board as a trusted advisor, offering his wisdom and experience while giving Jamal the space to lead in his own style. Under Jamal's leadership, Silvertech continued to innovate and grow. They expanded their product offerings, entered new markets, and built partnerships with other leading tech companies. Jamal's emphasis on collaboration and inclusivity fostered a culture of creativity and teamwork, resulting in groundbreaking projects and solutions. Jamal also made it a priority to give back to the community. He launched several corporate social responsibility initiatives, focusing on education, digital literacy, and supporting local businesses. These efforts not only enhanced Silvertech's reputation, but also created a positive impact on the communities they served. As Silvertech flourished, Jamal's leadership was recognized beyond the company. He was invited to speak at conferences, write articles for industry publications, and participate in panels discussing diversity, innovation, and leadership. He used these platforms to share Silvertech's journey, advocate for inclusive practices, and inspire other leaders to embrace diversity as a strength. Jamal's journey from a demoted employee to the CEO of a globally recognized company was nothing short of extraordinary. It was a testament to his resilience, vision, and the power of an inclusive culture. He often reflected on his experiences, using them to guide his decisions and mentor others facing similar challenges. In the years that followed, Silvertech became a benchmark for innovation and inclusivity in the tech industry. The company's success was not just measured in profits and awards, but in the positive impact it had on its employees, clients, and community. And at the heart of this success was a leader who had turned adversity into opportunity, showing the world that true leadership is about lifting others and creating a culture where everyone can thrive. As the years went by, Silvertech Solutions' reputation continued to grow, solidifying its place as a leader in the tech industry. The company's ethos of innovation and inclusivity resonated globally, attracting top talent and forging valuable partnerships. Under Jamal's leadership, the company not only thrived but set new benchmarks for corporate excellence and social responsibility. Jamal's vision extended beyond immediate business goals. He wanted to build a legacy that would inspire future generations. To this end, he initiated several long-term projects aimed at fostering innovation, education, and social equity. One of his most ambitious projects was the establishment of the Silvertech Institute of Innovation. Located in a state-of-the-art facility, the institute aimed to provide advanced education and research opportunities in technology and engineering. Scholarships were offered to underrepresented students, ensuring that talented individuals from all backgrounds had the opportunity to pursue their dreams. The institute quickly became a hub for cutting-edge research and development. Its graduates went on to make significant contributions to the tech industry, many of them choosing to join Silvertech, further enriching the company's talent pool. The institute's collaborative environment fostered creativity and innovation, resulting in numerous breakthroughs and patents. Jamal also focused on expanding Silvertech's reach into underserved communities. He launched the Silvertech Outreach Program, which provided resources and support to schools in low-income areas. The program included free coding classes, STEM workshops, and mentorship opportunities, all designed to inspire and empower young students. These initiatives had a profound impact. Students who once had limited access to technology were now exploring new worlds and envisioning careers in tech. The outreach program not only changed individual lives, but also began to transform entire communities, breaking the cycle of poverty and creating new opportunities for growth and development. Internally, Jamal continued to champion diversity and inclusion. He believed that a diverse workforce was key to the company's success, and he took concrete steps to ensure that Silvertech remained an inclusive workplace. He implemented policies that promoted equal opportunities, addressed unconscious bias, and supported work-life balance. Under Jamal's guidance, Silvertech's culture evolved into one of collaboration and mutual respect. Employees felt valued and empowered, leading to higher levels of engagement and productivity. The company's inclusive policies also attracted a broader range of clients, who appreciated Silvertech's commitment to social responsibility and ethical business practices. Carl, now retired but still serving as a mentor and advisor, watched with pride as Jamal led the company to new heights. The bond between the two men remained strong, a testament to the power of mutual respect and shared values. Carl often reflected on how far they had come, from the days of Jamal's unjust demotion to the current era of unprecedented success. Jamal's leadership style became a model for others. He was known for his humility, approachability, and unwavering commitment to his principles. He mentored many young leaders within the company, sharing his experiences and insights. His story of overcoming adversity and turning it into an opportunity became a source of inspiration for countless individuals. As Silvertech celebrated its 50th anniversary, the company hosted a grand gala attended by industry leaders, employees, and community members. The event was a celebration of Silvertech's journey, its achievements, and the people who had made it all possible. In his speech, Jamal reflected on the company's history and the values that had guided its path. He spoke about the importance of resilience, innovation, and inclusivity. He highlighted the contributions of every employee, from the engineers to the janitors, emphasizing that it was their collective efforts that had driven Silvertech's success. The gala also featured testimonials from individuals whose lives had been touched by Silvertech's initiatives. Students from the outreach program, graduates of the institute, and employees shared their stories, illustrating the profound impact of Jamal's vision. As the night drew to a close, Jamal stood with Carl, looking out over the crowd. The two men shared a quiet moment of reflection, knowing that they had built something truly remarkable. Silvertech Solutions was more than just a company. It was a community, a beacon of hope, and a testament to the power of leadership grounded in integrity and compassion. Jamal knew that the journey was far from over. There were still challenges to face and new frontiers to explore. But with the support of his team and the foundation they had built together, he felt confident and excited about the future. News of Silvertech Solutions' remarkable achievements and progressive initiatives spread far and wide. Jamal was soon recognized as a visionary leader in the tech industry, earning numerous awards and accolades. However, the most significant recognition came from an unexpected source: the company where he had faced humiliation and discrimination years earlier. TechCorp, the very company where Jamal had been demoted, was now struggling. Plagued by internal conflicts, outdated practices, and a declining reputation, they were in desperate need of a turnaround. The board of directors, recognizing their dire situation, decided to reach out to Jamal for help. When Jamal received the invitation from TechCorp, he was taken aback. Memories of the painful past flooded back, but he also saw an opportunity for redemption and to set an example of forgiveness and leadership. After much contemplation and discussions with his team, Jamal decided to accept the invitation. He saw this as a chance to demonstrate the true power of resilience and to help a company that, despite its past actions, had the potential to change. Jamal's arrival at TechCorp was met with a mixture of curiosity and skepticism. Many employees were aware of his history with the company, and there was a palpable tension in the air. However, Jamal's first address to the TechCorp staff set a different tone. Standing in the very conference room where he had once been humiliated, Jamal spoke with conviction and grace. "We all make mistakes," he began. "What defines us is not the mistakes we make, but how we choose to learn and grow from them. I'm here today not to dwell on the past, but to help build a better future for TechCorp." His words resonated deeply with the employees. They saw in Jamal not just a successful CEO, but a leader who embodied the values of forgiveness, resilience, and transformation. Jamal's approach was inclusive and collaborative. He spent weeks understanding the company's challenges, talking to employees at all levels, and identifying key areas for improvement. One of his first initiatives was to introduce diversity and inclusion programs similar to those at Silvertech. He emphasized the importance of creating an environment where every employee felt valued and heard. Training sessions on unconscious bias, leadership development programs for underrepresented groups, and transparent communication channels were established. Jamal also focused on innovation. He set up think tanks and innovation hubs within TechCorp, encouraging employees to come forward with new ideas and solutions. This not only revitalized the company's product development, but also boosted employee morale and engagement. Slowly but surely, the culture at TechCorp began to change. Employees who had once felt marginalized now felt empowered to contribute. The company started to regain its reputation, attracting new clients and partnerships. One day, during a company-wide meeting, Jamal was approached by an older man who had been watching his efforts closely. It was Mr. Peterson, the former CEO of TechCorp, who had played a part in Jamal's demotion years ago. With a sincere and humble demeanor, Mr. Peterson extended his hand. "Jamal," he said, "I want to apologize for the way you were treated here. I see now how wrong we were, and I deeply regret my role in that. What you have done for this company is nothing short of miraculous. Thank you for giving us a second chance." Jamal shook Mr. Peterson's hand, feeling a sense of closure. "Thank you, Mr. Peterson. It takes courage to admit one's mistakes. I'm glad we could turn things around together." TechCorp's transformation became a case study in business schools, showcasing how a company on the brink of failure could reinvent itself through inclusive leadership and innovative thinking. Jamal's story inspired countless others, proving that even in the face of adversity, it is possible to rise, forgive, and lead with integrity. Back at Silvertech, Jamal continued to drive forward with his vision, but now with a renewed sense of purpose. He had not only built a successful company, but had also helped an old adversary find its way. The journey had come full circle, and Jamal's legacy was one of triumph, compassion, and unwavering strength. Years passed, and Jamal's impact on both Silvertech Solutions and TechCorp continued to reverberate throughout the tech industry. His story became a beacon of hope and resilience, inspiring countless individuals and organizations to strive for inclusivity, innovation, and integrity. Silvertech Solutions flourished under Jamal's leadership. The company became known not only for its cutting-edge technology, but also for its unwavering commitment to social responsibility. Silvertech's products and initiatives addressed global challenges, from sustainable energy solutions to accessible education technology. The company was a shining example of how a business could thrive while making a positive impact on the world. Jamal's influence extended beyond the corporate world. He became a sought-after speaker at conferences and universities, sharing his experiences and advocating for diversity and inclusion in all sectors. His speeches were powerful and transformative, often leaving audiences in awe and inspired to take action in their own lives and careers. One of Jamal's proudest achievements was the establishment of the Jamal Roberts Foundation. The foundation focused on providing scholarships and mentorship programs for underprivileged students, particularly those from marginalized communities. Jamal wanted to ensure that future generations had the opportunities and support they needed to succeed, regardless of their background. The Foundation's annual gala became a highly anticipated event, attracting leaders from various industries who were eager to support Jamal's mission. During one such gala, Jamal took the stage to address the attendees, his voice filled with emotion and gratitude. "Tonight, we celebrate not only the achievements of Silvertech and TechCorp, but also the potential within each and every one of us," Jamal began. "We all have the power to create change, to lift others up, and to build a future where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. This foundation is a testament to that belief, and I am deeply grateful for your support." As the audience applauded, Jamal looked out at the faces before him, recognizing many who had been instrumental in his journey. Among them was Sarah, who had been promoted to Vice President of Operations at Silvertech, and Richard, who had become an advocate for diversity and inclusion in his own right. The room was filled with individuals whose lives had been touched by Jamal's vision and leadership. After the speech, Jamal was approached by a young woman with tears in her eyes. "Mr. Roberts, I just wanted to thank you," she said, her voice trembling. "I received a scholarship from your foundation, and it changed my life. I'm now studying engineering and hope to one day work at Silvertech. You've given me a chance I never thought I'd have." Jamal smiled warmly, feeling a deep sense of fulfillment. "Thank you for sharing that with me," he replied. "Remember, it's not just about the opportunities you receive, but what you do with them. Keep pushing forward, and never stop believing in yourself. As the gala came to a close, Jamal reflected on the journey that had brought him to this moment. He had faced countless challenges and injustices, but he had also discovered his own strength and the power of resilience. Through it all, he had remained true to his values and had used his experiences to drive positive change. Jamal's story was one of triumph over adversity, but it was also a reminder of the importance of empathy, courage, and the relentless pursuit of justice. He had not only transformed businesses, but had also touched lives and inspired a movement that would continue to shape the future. In the years to come, Jamal's legacy would be remembered as a testament to the impact one individual could have on the world. His name became synonymous with leadership, integrity, and the unwavering belief in the potential for change. And as he looked out at the stars on that clear night, Jamal knew that his journey was far from over. There were still dreams to chase, lives to uplift, and a world to transform, one step at a time.